In today's video, we're gonna be taking a look at this Stihl 044 Magnum that I got for free. No idea if it runs. It's got magnesium parts, Oregon 20-inch bar on the front. Let's see if this thing will cut wood. All right, so here's what we're working with. I'm not exactly sure how you measure chainsaw bars. I don't know if you measure it when the bar is off and that's how big your bar is, or from the actual cutting length, but of actual usable cutting length, we have a 20-inch bar, so I'm gonna call it a 20-inch bar. So I was mistaken, it's an 046. I had all the specs for the 044 written down, so we gotta figure this out. I need internet. On the street. There we go. Okay, it appears that I've made a mistake. This is an 046, not an 044. I guess I should have just read the top label. We got a two-stroke engine here that's putting out 76.5 cc's. That equates to 6.2 horsepower. She's idling at 2,800 RPMs. It's saying that it weighs about 13 pounds. I'd say that's right. It's kind of a heavy saw. It was manufactured in between 1992 and 2003, and its predecessor was the 045. We got a 20-inch bar on the front with a chain that doesn't look too terrible. I mean, the teeth are worn down pretty good, but I'd say she's still got a little bit of cut knife in there. As far as we got these dogs down here, they are still razor sharp. So this is like the modern Stihl chainsaws where you have your full choke, you pull it till it burps, you know, put it in your half choke position, pull it, it'll start, hit the trigger and you're on. So that's a nice feature, makes starting easier. Our chain brake up here, off, on. That feels nice and solid. Notice all this stuff moving on the saw here. This has anti-vibration system, so when you're using it, you can't feel the vibration as much. So notice all this is kind of spring-loaded. This has a full, I think that might be aluminum handlebar here. Behind this door is our easy access air filter. Let's see what we got. I mean, pretty typical for a chainsaw. We got some wood chips in there. It's pretty dirty, a lot of sawdust. That definitely needs to be blown out. But I mean, the inner filter does not look bad at all. So I'm gonna call that good. Let's just put that back on there so we don't fill our carburetor up. Here's a couple different wrenches. Let's see if they fit. We in biz, boys. This does have the older style, threaded style fuel caps. The newer saws have those quick release pop kind of fuel caps where you just flip the switch and it pops. But you can use the end of your chainsaw wrench here to pop them off. We got a little bit of old fuel in there. Let's take a look at our oil reservoir here. Got a little bit of bar oil in there. All right. This saw says made in Germany. I know Stihl's German, but I don't know if all their saws are made in Germany or they make, like their new saws are made in the US or China. I don't know, but this one's made in Germany. For those who don't know anything about two-stroke engines, your oil's mixed with your fuel. It's because the engine only makes 2 strokes. 1 stroke is for compression and intake, the other's for power and exhaust. So in those strokes, you gotta get your oil in some way. So having the oil mixed with your fuel lubricates your piston and your cylinder walls, your crankshaft, all that. Okay, like I said, this was off. So I already know what it looks like behind here. It's not too terrible, as you can see, this is actually pretty good, but all this stuff around the clutch, I just like to blow it out with a compressor. So here we have our 2 bolts, which the bar slides on. Right here is our tensioner screw. So when you have the cover on, you can tension the bar by using this screw. And right here is our oil hole, our bar oil hole, I should say. This is where our bar oil comes out. So that's free. Bar lock goes on, the clutch will not move. Let's go hit this with some compressed air. The air filter is super easy to get to. Put that back on. I'm going to go ahead and blow this out because I forgot. So I'm just lining up our chain here on our clutch and sliding our bar forward. Sometimes getting it in this groove can be difficult. There we go. All right, thread these bolts back in, and then we can adjust our tightness. 1, 2, 3, fully out, and then once they're in a little bit. What does that feel like? That feels pretty darn good to me. And we'll get her topped off on some fluids. Starting with the most important. Here's our bar oil. We're gonna be putting some Husqvarna oil into our Stihl chainsaw. Ooh, compression city over here. Whoa. Oh, that's a compression release. It's got a manual compression release. That's interesting. Yes! Here we go. So we're burning off that old gas and it's smoking a lot. Let's see if she'll start again. So we'll push her. There you go. All right, one thing I had to figure out here was when I went to initially pull it, it had so much compression I could barely pull it. And it's got this manual compression release here. So what you do is you push this down like that, and then when you start the engine, it pushes that back up. So that's just a little release valve right on the top of the block there, right on the top of the cylinder there. So once it's running, it pushes that back out and you get full compression. All right, so all that's left to do is see if I can get this chain sharpened up a little bit, and we'll go cut some wood. All right, so I'm out here at the wood pile. I got the helmet on with the GoPro so we can get a little POV action. I got this chain all sharpened up. I also had to flip it around because I'd put it on backwards when I put the bar back together. But I got the tension nice. We got gas, we got bar oil. Go ahead and fire this up. All right guys, back in the shop here now. I'm super psyched about this saw. This thing rips. I know I was cutting some really small wood with it. I do have some big logs that I'm gonna cut with it, but not today because I would have to get the excavator out and dig them out of the pile there. But there will be some more videos on this. Gonna be putting this thing to work. Did enjoy this video and want to see this thing rip some logs, let me know down in the comment section below, and we'll get this thing out there ripping some logs. But that's all I got for this one. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, really helps out the channel, and I'll see y'all in the next one.